This is our new Graphics 11 motion simulator that we put in November of 2020, and it is used primarily for secondary training after the pilots who are qualifying for insurance get finished in the other two motion sims. The graphics here are just unbelievable, and this unit has so much more capabilities to do a lot of different things like microbursts, etc. Got Andrew set up here for a final into Juliet Alpha Charlie, that's Jackson Hole. And what Andrew does not know, he's right now got an autopilot approach coming in, and what he doesn't realize is I am fixing to give him some complications on the final and kill an engine down just before he gets to touchdown. This is a 421C panel setup. He's showing about 7 miles out from the airport. One of the things about this sim is the realism of the aircraft is also unbelievable. We get great numbers, speed controls are great. We've had a lot of tweaking done to bring this sim into realism with the actual airplanes. So he's working on a 6 mile final. Let's give him a little bit more towards the runway. This is roughly after a 3-hour trip, and he doesn't know that he's fixing to lose an engine. He's looking at about 120 knots on approach speed, and he's got 15 degrees flaps. One of the things that we work on the 421C on approach is to use the 15 degrees of flaps to manage speed on the approach. This is a long final. Beautiful day up in Jackson Hole. If you've ever been to Jackson Hole, you know how gorgeous it is, and this is about as real as it gets on the graphics. Showing about 4 miles out, so we're going to start giving him a little excitement, and he's going to then have to manage the aircraft into the landing. Now right now he doesn't know this is going to happen. This is one of the things we do. We can throw so many things at pilots that you cannot do in the airplane. Of course, you're not going to go around and start killing an engine in a 421C over and over and over again, because you won't have any cases left if you do. So looking at about just a little over 3 miles, let me push some buttons on our control station and see if I can kind of rattle his cage a little bit. Let's see how he handles it. Here we go. And he's lost the engine. You picked up the yaw. And we're heading in. He's showing about 3 out. He's going through our system setup. We have a 4-step process on engine failure we call stabilization. It's basically our 4 steps cut to the chase to get the plane locked down, stabilize the plane, and then move to the next part of the loss and to do the cleanup. He's now on a 2 mile final. Because he's on a glide slope and he's still working with the autopilot. We teach you how to shoot an ILS on one engine on an autopilot. Even the Cessna 400 and 800 series autopilots can shoot an ILS and maintain control. It's all about maintaining the airspeed. Showing about 1 mile out, getting a little closer into the runway. Now, he's still got 15 degrees worth of flaps. He can always take those out if he gets into a drag problem, but he's right now doing 120 knots. His gear is still up. Our procedures and what we teach is we don't get the gear until runway assured or until you're at 0.5 from the airport. He's now about 7. He should be coming in here pretty close to get to the runway. We've got plenty of runway. Looks like there's a little bit of wetness or ice on the runway. You can see the reflection. It's another thing we can do with this simulator. Okay, coming in, and he's going to make the landing. And here we go. Look how the quality of the landing is in this simulator on one engine. and he's going to pull the mixtures. This is something else we teach. We call this the emergency brake. It ends up stopping the yaw of the pulling engine, and he's going to roll out, use his brakes, and that's it. Pretty well shuts down. Okay, and that's the way we do it.